Hey love bugs, welcome to my channel. Let's discuss with author L.A. Logan. If you're watching this vlog, I'm asking, did you watch the vlog before this one? If not, you need to go back and check it out because this is part 2 from the vlog that was recorded previous to this one. We talked about manifestation, Dr. Dre, and my dating preferences, and Chick-fil-A. So, if you've already watched that vlog, then welcome. You're in for a treat for part 2 because we've got a lot of things that we're going to talk about. But first, take a look at me doing just a little bit of self-care and the fact that y'all got a prayer through. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go back and look at part 1 of the vlog. Enjoy! So guys, I had bought this perfume a while back and tried it. I don't remember, it's a Cartier perfume. I put it on today for the first time and it's giving me great grandma vibes. No harm to the great grandmas, but I do not like it. Like I'm getting a really good whiff of it while I'm here waiting for to go back to get my feet done. It reminds me of something that maybe my grandmother wore that I remember. But maybe it's one of those scents that needs to, you need to wear it, and as you wear it, it kind of settles in. But yeah, this is not it. I'm going to definitely get rid of that bottle, or yeah, because I can't take it back. So anyway, it looks like we are going to be able to get our feet did, so that means y'all can get a prayer through if you want to. All right, let's get ready. Okay, guys, I need to get some more hand sanitizer for the car. Oh, excuse me. I forgot to vlog while I was in the chair. I got caught up watching YouTube videos. I was watching some of the Rolling Loud concert clips. As you guys know by now, DaBaby got on there and just did entirely too much with his comments. Now, don't get me wrong. If that's how he feels, that's how he feels. But some stuff you just need to keep to yourself. I'm sorry. You just don't. Some things you just don't say out loud. And I think that's a problem for this generation. They think that, especially when they got a little bit of money, they think they can say and do whatever they want without limits. Like nobody can rein them in. It's clear he doesn't have well, I can't say that. He might have a media team or a team that helps him with what he should and shouldn't say. He just may not listen to him. That's very possible. But to me, it seems as though he doesn't have a real, media team. I might not be calling it the right thing, actually, but, somebody that tells him what you can say in public and what you can't say. Sir, come on now. That was just, and then he did another apology. Well, no, it wasn't an apology. It was him saying that everybody that heard what he said misunderstood what he said. And then he made it 15 times worse, even with that statement that he made. And then I don't know who talked to him or told him that it don't matter how much money you got, how many cars you got, jewelry, whatever you think your status is, you will lose money. And in this new cancel culture, thank God that God don't do cancel culture. One time for that, because God don't do that. God gives you another chance. Folks don't. But somebody told him, okay, sir, you cannot be doing all that. Oh, I forgot to do I got so excited to talk to y'all, and the lighting is horrible that I forgot to do my Chick-fil-A order on my app so I can get my points. Oh well, we just ain't gonna be able to do it this time because I'm driving and I don't want to be trying to do all that while I'm driving. But yeah, somebody finally told him, look, you can't do that. You can't say that. You need to apologize. And so he apologized, but in typical this generation's form, you know, he put on there, I guess a person can't make a mistake. You know, he had to put a little something on it that wasn't necessary. So yeah, I don't even know what made me even start talking about that. But yeah, he popped off at the mouth. So I was watching that's what it was. I was looking at the Rolling Loud, some of it, not all of it, just some clips from different artists. But yeah, the baby lost his mind for a moment. Well, no, I won't even say he lost his mind. I'm not mad at anybody who stays true to themselves, but you can't be hurtful to someone else in you doing that. You just can't. It's just not right. You know, even in the Bible says that if it offends your brother to eat meat, I think I'm saying that scripture right. If not, somebody will correct me. Then don't eat meat. That doesn't mean you can never eat meat ever again in life. It just means you're not going to do it in front of them because you respect them enough to not to offend them. You don't want to offend anybody. DaBaby didn't quite get that one right, obviously. And I do think a lot of it is education. I mean, you got a lot of folks now who are in entertainment, are in public spaces, who, you know, are in places they've never been before, and they think that they can have conversations that they have behind closed doors. They can have them out in public and it'll be okay. No, it don't work like that. And our previous administration was good for that. You know, they brought out a lot of stuff out the woodwork that we all knew it existed, but we didn't have to worry about seeing it in public, you know, on TV or what have you. So yeah, it's a whole lot I could say. Okay, where's they drive through? Are they? Oh yeah, they open and got folks outside, y'all. I've been fiending for this Chick-fil-A. Should I say that? Is that appropriate? Is that an appropriate word for me to say? Jodeci, fiending. Saints, pray for me. Pray for me. Ooh, I'm here, y'all. I'm here.
Hey, what's going on? Can I get
Hi, how are you?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm good. Name is Logan.
Logan, what can I get started? Anything else for you?
No, that'll be it.
It's been 9:30. You're paying with cash today?
Yes.
I'm assuming. Gotcha. They'll
Yep.
share with your red number.
All right, thank you.
I'll see you later.
Now, y'all, I didn't realize he was that close to me. I would have had a mask on because the Delta variant is real. That's another thing that's going on in the news right now. Hi.
Rising 9:30.
Why did
How are
I
you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well.
Good.
Our 10-7 to decide change. You have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Well, one thing I will say is that this Chick-fil-A is much nicer. Well, I can't say that. Well, they're nicer than the Chick-fil-A that I usually go to. Now, the one that I was defaulted to, because the one that I usually go to was closed, that one's good. But the one, my normal Chick-fil-A, they probably could take some pointers for these folks over here, honestly, because they ain't this nice. And Chick-fil-A is supposed to be nice. Chick-fil-A is supposed to be nice. I'm looking for my other hand sanitizer that I have in my purse. Hi.
Logan?
Yes.
Oh, here's that large lemonade.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now she's following social distancing. She's not all up on the car in my face. Where's my hand sanitizer? Really? I usually have it sit right. And I don't got that much stuff in my purse. So what is the problem? Oh, here it is. Oh, I see already. Something ain't right. But we can correct that here in a second. Or maybe that's not for me. But yeah, the Delta variant, the coronavirus cases are going back up, which I don't know how anybody is surprised by that, with the lack of folks that was wearing masks, and you can't tell me they was all vaccinated because they wasn't. But we got these folks still talking about they ain't wearing no mask. You got folks mad because folks is trying to get kids to wear masks at school, and they don't want their kids wearing masks.
There we go.
Thank you. You have a good day. And they are really clowning about this. And I'm just like, what else is it going to take to make a believer out of you to stop making this a political situation? This stuff is real. Okay? Real. It is not a game. It's not a joke. And this variant is way more contagious than the first one. And then I seen on the news last night that there's another variant, but right now they're not overly concerned about it, but I'm sure they felt the same way about the Delta till they was worried about it. So I don't understand it. I don't know why people, Arkansas, where I live, there is a commercial that is now making its way around the internet of one of our entrepreneurs here. He owns a nightclub. I don't know what else he owns. I don't know him personally, but he did a commercial, excuse me, trying to encourage those in the African American community to get vaccinated. Well, they're clowning him, straight clowning him on the internet because of the commercial and comments that, he's letting the government use him to try to get us to get vaccinated when it's not a safe vaccination. We don't know enough about the vaccine. They're trying to experiment on us. I mean, it's all those negative comments about being an anti-vax. We can't do it. We're not going to do it. Well, I got a couple things to say, but first I'll start with the commercial. Yes, the commercial is a bit much. It is, because I remember the first time I heard it on TV, I wasn't actually looking at the TV. I was in the kitchen and I heard it come on and I heard what it was saying, and I was like, what channel is my TV on? Is this Love and Hip Hop, or what's that other TV show, Growing Up Hip Hop? Like, what is this? Because it didn't sound like something that would be on, your local channels. So I turned to look and saw that this was a for real commercial. So I was like, okay, maybe I missed something because I wasn't actually looking at it at the time. So it came on again. I actually watched it, and I'm like, who approved this? Like, several things went through my mind. Like, did he read from a script? Did somebody give him this script? Or did he just go solo dolo on what he was going to say? Like, how did that all come together? And then I was like, who watched it and said, yeah, this is going to be good? Like, I would have been like, this is a bit much. We might need to change a few words. We might need to say this instead of this, because this makes one think this. The commercial pretty much comes off as though he's talking to drug dealers, that he's a drug dealer. I'm just going to be 100%. It comes off as though he's talking to drug dealers and he's trying to convince them to get the vaccine. The man is a nightclub owner. So, I mean, I get that you're trying to maybe reach a different demographics because we are not getting the vaccine. A lot of us are, but there's a lot of other races who are not getting it either. It ain't just us. So don't put it all on the African American community. There's other communities that ain't doing it either. But I get that they were trying to use him to reach a demographic, because I get it. Even Jesus, you know, spoke in the language of the folks that whoever he was talking to at the time. You know, it's not a time to be super deep. Like, I get it. This isn't the time that you would want to have, you know, somebody who cannot relate to being a, as he put it, an entrepreneur, a hustler, a person that sells things, that comes in contact with the folks in the community. I can't remember exactly how he said it, but it was worded. They needed to have reworded that and still got the message across. But I get that you were trying to speak to a certain demographic of people, but that wasn't it. That was very insulting. And it makes me feel bad for the gentleman who did the commercial, because I know he was coming from a good place. Like, he really is trying to encourage the folks that probably come to his nightclub or that he interacts with. I'm sure he was trying to do a positive thing, but it didn't deliver that way. And I feel bad for him. But I also want to kind of check our community a little bit, in that we got to start doing our own research and reading and just using a little bit of common sense. I'm not saying we don't. I'm just saying just a little bit. And again, I'm not trying to speak negatively against anybody who refuses to get the vaccine for their own personal reasons. But you should not be beating up folks or making folks who want to get it or who have gotten it feel like they're the biggest idiots on earth because they decided to get the vaccine. Because first off, if it's a conspiracy against people of color with these vaccines, if it's truly a conspiracy, I don't understand how several hundreds, thousands of doctors across the planet who are people of color who are saying the same things about the vaccine, positive things. Also, yes, it did get through trial quicker because they didn't have to start from ground zero to create the drug. A lot of what they would have had to start from ground zero to create it had already been FDA approved. So no, it does seem quick, but that's because of science. They had some stuff already in the bag. They didn't have to start from ground zero. Thirdly, I keep hearing they're giving the black people a separate vaccine that's different than the vaccine that they're giving non-people of color, and that is putting a microchip in us. I've heard microchip. I've heard something to kill us, give us an underlying disease. I've heard all that. I went and got my vaccine with predominantly non-people of color. They pulled my vaccine out the same batch as they pulled all those other folks' vaccine out of. They didn't say, oh, hold on, we got to go get yours from the back. It was none of that. So I'm trying to figure out where this is coming. I mean, I know where it's coming from, but I don't understand why we're riding so hard with it. If you don't want to get the vaccine, then just don't get it. But don't be making up stuff. And I know people are going to get me for this. They're going to be like, you ain't did your research. You don't know what's in the vaccine. But look, you've been taking vaccines in other ways. And then you do other stuff that ain't healthy for your body. You eat out, you eat fast foods, you eat processed meat, canned goods, Roman noodles. You eat all that. And then do I deep dive? I seen something that people might think, oh, that's just too much, but it was the truth. You know, you out here doing stuff with folks and not protecting yourself. You're not worried about what you're gonna get from that. You taking a chance. So I just don't get it. I don't. And I told you guys a while ago, I was that person at first was like, oh, I'm not getting it because it ain't been tested long enough and they don't know what the side effects are and da-da-da-da. There's side effects to everything. And when I prayed and really did my research and really just thought about it, I was just like, I'd rather take my chances with the vaccine than getting COVID and either A, dying from it, B, not fully recovering, or 3, be stuck with lifelong side effects that really hinder my health, that really do something to me. That was a choice that I made. And nothing has happened to me since I got the vaccine. I know several people who have gotten the vaccine, fully vaccinated, and they've not had any negative, adverse, anything, nothing. Now, I do know that there's been a few little issues with like the Johnson & Johnson, and they've come up with, in a few people, they've had some issues. But again, that's with anything. When your doctor writes you a prescription and you go to the doctor or pharmacy to get it filled, on the bottle, it's going to give you, on the bottle, as well as it give you a little printout of all the side effects that could happen if you take that medicine. Some can take it and not have anything happen. Others can take it and their body reacts to it. So anyway, guys, I don't want to just preach, but I'm just like, seriously, y'all, come on. We got to, it's just heartbreaking to see people continue to get sick with this and die when they don't have to. So anyway, I don't even know how I got on to all that, but y'all, keep your mask on, wash your hands, try, practice social distancing, especially if you know you ain't vaccinated. Please put your mask on, because that's the part that's really irritating to me. You know you ain't got a vaccine, but you ain't got on mask the first. Anyway, I digress. We are headed home. I was thinking of going somewhere else, and I can't even remember where I was going to go. I think I was going to go look for some sandals, because it's tax-free weekend here, and I was going to go to the mall to try to look for some sandals, but I think the mall closed at 7, I think, and it's already 6:30 here. So plus I got my Chick-fil-A. I'm good. Plus I've got some book stuff I need to work on. A project that I've got in the works that I need to work on. I can't talk about it just yet, but I'm super excited about it. I just already see it. I just see it already, how it's going to be, and I'm super excited. But y'all guys, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. If it's not, welcome back. How have you been? I ask that you click the like button. By clicking the like button, it encourages me, but it also lets YouTube know that you're enjoying the content on this channel, and it will allow our channel to be put in front of other YouTube viewers who enjoy similar content. I ask that you join the family if you haven't already. Click the subscribe button as well as the bell, so that you are notified when new content has been loaded to the channel. And then I ask that you leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about what we've talked about today, or what adventure we went on today, or where I took you today. Leave me a comment below. I love to hear from you. I love to interact with you. So leave me a comment. And then lastly, I ask that you share the video, because we are trying to grow our channel. We are trying to get to 100 subscribers, and I know I can count on you to get there. We are so close. The enemy tried to make me get discouraged the other day, because I was watching a couple of YouTube videos, and the persons whose video I was watching, they got to 1,000 subscribers in like 4 months. And so the enemy was like, oh, you need to just give it up. You've been doing this for over a year. You haven't even got to 100. Don't nobody care about what you're doing. All that craziness. But remember what I said earlier. You got to manifest stuff. You got to speak stuff into existence. You got to call things that are not as though it is. Did I say that scripture right? Call those things that are not as though they were, I think is how the scripture goes. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. You got to talk about it, be about it, as though it's actually happening. Don't focus on what it looked like right now. Don't do that, because you can get easily discouraged. So with me saying that, I already see us really at 1,000. 100 is just, the preliminary of us getting there. I see us at 1,000, and we're going to have a celebration when it happens. So I am going to do a giveaway when we get to 100. I have been looking at other YouTubers that do giveaways to try to figure out how that works, because your girl don't know. If y'all have any suggestions of how I could do a giveaway, leave me a comment below or send me an email. Sometimes y'all email me. So feel free to do that. Either one. I would love to hear from you. So before I get out of here, I do want to leave you with this. Remember, the plans for your life have already been designed. It's just up to you to trust the planner. Have a good one, everybody.
Just hanging out with